What is up, guys? This is Olympio coming at you with a card discussion today, and newly announced in the core set, Minerva Lightsworn Saint, which is a rank 4. So it's a pretty interesting card, so straight away we'll go into the effects. So as I said, it's a rank 4 light fairy generic that only requires 2 level 4s. It's got 2000 attack and 800 defense. Its effect reads as follows. You can only use each effect of Minerva Lightsworn Saint once per turn. You can detach one XYZ material from this card, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard, and if there are any Lightsworn cards sent, draw 1 card from your deck for each. Second effect. If this card is destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects, you can send the top 3 cards from your deck to the graveyard, and if there are any Lightsworn cards sent, you can destroy a number of cards on the field up to that amount. So first off, this card is, let's face it, it's pretty bloody good for the archetype. This card kind of came a little bit out of left field, to be honest, for me anyway, because I wasn't really expecting any Lightsworn support. Nevertheless, Lightsworn support that is really good. If you compare it to some of the other archetype support that's around in the meta, let's say Dante, this is basically Lightsworn's version of Dante, but better. Dante only has mill 3 and it goes up to 2-5 attack and then switches at the end of the battle phase. But you can detach a material, send 3, and if there are any Lightsworn cards, not just monsters, cards, then you get to draw up to the amount that you milled. Now, I don't know about you, but Lightsworn decks have a lot of Lightsworn cards in them. And if you are running some form of turbo build, you know, you will probably be drawing at least 1 card. So you're going to be plussing at least once. But on top of that, Lightsworns obviously have different effects in the graveyard, and I feel this card will make Wolf go to 3 in these decks, because there's just no reason not to. Wolf has good synergy with it because it's a level 4, you need 2 level 4s for this, and just in general it's an absolutely great card. Lumina is obviously going to play a very important part making this card as well, and yes, I know Lumina is a level 3, but it means that you can get those cards back from your graveyard to go into this. You can maybe get back a Raiden to mill another 2, get lucky and hit a Wolf, then your special summons you can go into this, mill another 3 cards and then draw X amount depending on how many you've milled. There's another Lightsworn card, trap card as well that came out that was announced for this. I'll do a discussion on it later, but basically when it's milled, you add a JD from your deck. So if we think you mill with this, okay, so you draw a card, and then you search off the cards to get JD. You've +2 minimum. This card seems really, really good, but the slight problem is it is an OCG exclusive. Now, I remember someone said to me in the comment section below they had a bit of beef with me because I didn't say a card was OCG exclusive. Well, I'm putting it out there. This one is an OCG exclusive. I think if a card's number is 80 and above, it's technically an OCG exclusive, but don't quote me on that. I can't remember if that's right. We're probably not going to see this for a while, and it's probably going to be in some form of World Superstar set again that we just had, probably next year or the year after, because there are still a lot of exclusives that we don't have. But it probably will be at least 2 years before we get this, I'd say. Probably 2017 we get a World Superstars. The second effect is also really good, because not only when it gets destroyed, you get to then mill 3, and then get to pop cards on the field, depending on how many you've milled, that are Lightsworn cards. The fact that it says cards, Lightsworn cards, it doesn't restrict it to spell, monster, or trap, makes it just so much better. It's a generic, so it's a generic mill. So if we think about it, Infernoids can use this quite well because all they're doing is milling. Let's face it, milling an extra 3 and basically 6 just off this 1 card minimum is pretty bloody good. I think the card overall, when it eventually does come to the TCG, will see a lot of play. With Lightsworns getting all this support, I think you might see a rise in them again if decks like Burning Abyss and Shadows aren't that really big over here. Any meta decks that gain effects and advantage from cards being destroyed and going to the graveyard in any way, shape or form is a problem. So I want to know what you guys think of this new Lightsworn XYZ, the first in its kind. Do you think it's really good? Do you think it's alright? Do you think it's not really going to make that much of a difference to the deck? So as I said, let me know down in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I shall catch you guys later.